Hello, friends. We are here. Firehouse Subs cheesesteak today. We're going to review. This was 1864. I got I guess the regular size. I messed up when I ordered. I ordered a combo. I never order a combo. I don't drink soda, so I don't eat it. We're going to weigh this sandwich. Here's the tail of the tape. I got extra meat, add jalapenos. 12.5 ounces. They give this is a nice biodegradable box. A lot of cities require that kind of box now, even though they're a lot more expensive. The Firehouse Subs, here's the cross section. Meat falling out. There's the cross section right there. Firehouse Subs, cheesesteak, add jalapenos, extra meat, going in. These jalapenos have a little heat to them. A little crunchy. It's a typical chain cheesesteak. It's pretty good. White American cheese. I think it's provolone in this one. Taste them. Taste the meat, cheese, well balanced sub. I still think Jersey Mike's got them beat on the cheesesteak. Overall flavor. They steam their meat there. I think that's how they get away with not having a hood system. Just tasting the meat alone. I definitely would take the Jersey Mike's cheesesteak over this. The meat's sliced kind of thick. Kind of chunky. Bread is soft. Their regular sandwich is smaller than a Jersey Mike's regular sandwich. I mean, nothing spectacular. It's got a fair amount of meat. I added extra meat, and the meat's like all chipped up too. I don't know. I'd say if you had a choice, go with the French dip. If they still have it on the menu. That was really good. I'm hungry. I eat fast. Chefs always shove their food down. Not bad. Not bad, not great. They got me for a combo. So check the app and you order. I must have hit the combo button, or I don't know, but they got me for a combo. That irritates me. The unit in Franklin is really clean, really well run. A little story about Firehouse Subs is that I had a client a few years ago, and in like 2008, when he was a real estate guy, he's good in real estate. In 2008, stock market crashed, the real estate market crashed. People were upside down in their homes. Everybody knows the history of it. Well, this guy, he's a lawyer by trade. He wanted to open up a Firehouse Subs. Firehouse Subs, it takes like 2 years to get your franchise. First you have to be vetted, make sure you have enough money. Then you go to Firehouse Subs School, where you go through this whole school, preparing all the sandwiches, all the paperwork, all the ordering, everything you need to know. I think the school's, I don't know how long it is. I think it's like 6 months of you going back and forth or online or whatever. But I know they're actual, you go to the headquarters and you learn how to make Jersey Mike's. And Jersey Mike's is really, Firehouse Subs is really strict with their franchising. And so they really want the owner to be present for at least when they get the operation open and stuff like that. And he didn't want to work in a restaurant, so he backed out of it, and he never did it. But today's topic, I got my little cheat sheet here, is like when you're an executive chef, or you're a sous chef, or you're a shift leader, kitchen manager, whatever, and let's say you have a cook who's really, really good, but he's like, comes in late, chronically late, calls out without covering his shift, but he's good. Everybody likes him. He's a great cook. When he's there, he works hard. What do? What's the dilemma? I mean, what do you do as a chef? Now, corporate world, you don't really have to worry about that so much, other than a warning, because they have an HR department that's going to deal with all that. They've got protocols, procedures. But if you're in a place that doesn't have a HR department, and you are basically the HR department, what I'll do is I'll make my sous chef, whoever the top sous chef is, give him a warning. Pull him in the office, give him a warning. If it happens again, the next time it happens, I'll be watching this guy too the whole time. Okay, he's coming in today at 3. What I'll do, I stand by the time clock. And I just sit there and wait by the time clock. Let's say this guy comes in 10 minutes late. No, he's got the traffic. Oh, this is the speech I always give him. I'm like, look, everybody can get here on time, but you. You are late all the time. Like, every time is an excuse. Traffic, this, that. Like, I don't care what your excuse is. Leave your house early to get here on time. When you don't get to work on time, you not only disrespect me, you disrespect your coworkers, you disrespect the profession, you disrespect this establishment, and I don't appreciate it. This is your warning. The next time you're going to be late, you can stay home. As a matter of fact, you can go home now and not work. That's what I would do. Send them home, let them get there, let them be inconvenienced, and just turn around and send them home. And then I would cover the shift, or somebody has to jump in. I probably wouldn't do that on a Friday or a Saturday night, but it's a problem in the business. You work with a lot of young people. These people, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to go to college to work in a restaurant. A restaurant, like I said, all walks of life work there. All financial situations work in restaurants. But I've also been on the other receiving end of that, like on an executive scale, and I've also made a few mistakes. The one that they did to me, I worked at this country club, Northeast Georgia, a very prestigious country club, and we had a 25-year-old food and beverage manager who was like the ex-girlfriend of the general manager. They're kind of both jerks, but my dad had this like severe stroke, and he wasn't even supposed to live through the night. Okay, but he ends up living. He's still alive today. He's kind of busted up. Like, stepmom takes care of him, but anyway, I told her that I also sent an email. You always send an email chain. Say, hey, look, my dad's in a bad way. I had just gone there for 3 days, and I'd come back, and I told him, I said, like, hey, look, my dad's in a bad way. I know when I leave, it's a pain. It's tough when the chef leaves to go take care of family business. And this is what she told me. I said, I might have to leave. My dad could pass away. Something could take a turn for the worse. I might have to leave, take care of my elderly stepmom until we figure out, till they bury my dad, basically. This is what she told me. She was like looking at her computer. She looks up. She goes, how long do you think it's going to take for your dad to die? And that was just like, ugh. I mean, after being in the business for 30 plus years and having a disrespect like that was just, I don't know. It was gut wrenching. I was like, why am I even doing this? There's like no other profession would you be treated like that in. I mean, they just treat you Like you're actually a body, an animal just there to work and not to make a connection. Like she's my superior. Okay. I answer to the food and beverage manager. Chef answers to the food and beverage manager. You have to have a good relationship. And then after that, our relationship went down the absolute toilet. But that's a story for a different day. But I've actually have done this, and I've regretted doing this. When I had my sub shop, I had a guy work there. I actually recruited him from Taco Bell. I liked his personality, and he worked in front of the house. I mean, he was a good guy. I mean, he pretty much was a good worker. And I've been so jaded over the years that of bullshit stories, and I gotta go to Georgia and sign paper. Like reason why people are late or call out. Like I kind of gave him some shit about it. I was like, yeah, right, you know, whatever. Go do what you got to do. He took offense to that, and when he came back, it was his dad's funeral. He said his dad died. I don't know if I prefaced this in the story, and I was like, you know, I've heard this story before from other people, and it was not true, but. He came back and produced obituary and produced like the paper they give at the funeral, kind of the obituary of the guy. And I felt like this big, and I should have felt like that big, because I didn't take the time to have empathy for his situation. All I cared about was the job, a body, getting somebody in there. Filling a space, getting the job done. That was all I cared about. But I have been jaded over the years. I had this one waitress. She was all right. I mean, when she was there, she was a pretty good worker. She called out sick all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Well, one time she was from Florida. And she said, oh, my dad was in a horrible motorcycle accident. He's in a coma. I have to go to Daytona. So she goes to Daytona. She comes back with a tan. Blah, blah, blah. She was an alcoholic. She got her kids taken away. She actually borrowed her friend's car, flipped her car with her puppy in it. She got her puppy taken away. So she couldn't have custody of her kid. And I had to take child support out of her paycheck, which made me laugh every time I did it. But she even lost custody of her dog. That's what a loser was. So 6 months later, she's such a drunk. 6 months later go by. She's like, I have to go to Florida. My dad is in a coma from a motorcycle accident. And I was like, 2 comas in 1 year? Really? That's pretty bad. So she went to Florida. She came back. She didn't have a job. Basically how I dealt with that, because I knew it was bullshit. But just as a chef, take the time, even if people are new, give them a week. Take the time to learn who you're working with, without being nosy. You know some by their paperwork, who their kids are, if they're married. Learn a little bit about your employees, so you can tell if somebody's bullshitting you or somebody's chronically late all the time. Like I said, give them a warning, give them a second warning, and then send them home. And then you can say, hey, you're on the schedule for Friday. If you don't show up Friday, you don't have a job. But that's my story. I'm Mark. This is Chef Stories. I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far to the end, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to learn how to talk to a camera, how to do better, how to sound a little bit comfortable in front of a camera. This is my second channel. I have a pretty successful YouTube channel on a local scale for fishing, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it this long. And stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one.